What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. If you are looking to replace your shades with a very cheap budget-friendly solution and something that works in every ecosystem like Apple Home, Google Home, it's Matter-based, it's future-proof, I have some amazing blinds for you that we're going to be installing today, and I'm going to show you how it works in the ecosystem. Now, a company called Kincmo reached out to me and they knew that I was trying to do this with my house. I was trying to replace some of the blinds. After seeing some of my videos by Lutron installing shades, they wanted to reach out to me and see if their shades would be able to replace those, because there are some pros and cons to the Lutrons. One of the cons being that you have to put multiple D-cell batteries in there and they last about 6 months. I wanted to move over to a solar powered solution so that I don't have to worry about that. So those blinds may be replaced, but I do have some manual shades in my nursery as well as this guest room that I am going to be replacing with the Kincmo shades. So I'm super excited about that. Let's get into it. I'm going to show you what we have in the box. So here are the shades. I ordered about 3 of them. So this is what it kind of looks like. They're about 40 inches in width. So depending on how big you get them, obviously they are custom shades. So you can go on their website, you can put in the size of your windows and you can get those customized to your liking. These are also blackout shades, so we're going to see how well they block out light. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and set them up. By the way, if you are looking for these shades, I'm going to have some exclusive discounts down below, as well as an exclusive link so that you can get those shades at the best price. Let's replace the old shades and put in the new ones. All right, so I'm going to open up this box. One thing you should keep in mind, be very careful when you're cutting into these boxes because the shades are obviously fabric. You don't know what you're going to be hitting in there. So just be extra careful when you're doing that. I'll go ahead and open up that. So in here, it looks like we have the bottom portions of the blinds. It's very well packaged. They did a really good job so that there's no damage on these blinds. Then we have some 3M sticker magnets, which I am not sure what we'll be using that for. Here are the solar panels. They are pretty wide. This might be a challenge with the window that I'm installing this on today because it's going to be a 40-inch in width. This looks pretty long, so we're going to have to figure out a solution for that. But just keep that in mind that the solar panel is pretty long. We have the instructions for the solar panel installation, and then of course the mounting hardware. I'm going to throw the junk over to the side. We also have some outdoor mounts for the solar panel. I don't think we'll be using that today, but we'll see. And then we have the other 2 solar panels, which we will install later. This seems to be like the blocker. So this is for blocking out the sunlight, especially when you have blackout shades. You want to make sure there's no gaps within your installation. And these do come separately. So you do have to add this as a separate option. But if you're looking for complete blackout, this would be highly worth it. We'll put the magnets aside. Now let's open up the shades and see what we have. Again, be very careful when you're making your cuts. Don't want to damage anything. And these do come very well packaged as well. And they're already rolled up in here, so you do get the valance as well as the shades themselves. They're not very heavy. That's my first initial impression of these. And we have 3 of them. I ordered different colors. I ordered a white as well as black ones. And so we have our 3 shades there. We have mounting brackets as well. We got some other mounting hardware in here as well. And here there's a button battery. I'm assuming these are for the remotes. Looks like that's the remote. So I like the modern look of this remote. It's really cool. You can just mount this anywhere on a wall and they are magnetic. So you can just pop them on, pop them off. And let's just go ahead and see what we have for one of these shades. It'll give you an idea of what is supposed to be included. We have the instruction manual. We have a bunch of other manuals, so a tutorial on frequently asked questions, light blockers installation guide, as well as a quick install guide and matter over thread information sheets so that you can set those up with your compatible smart home. We have a USB-C cable, looks like it's pretty long, mounting hardware as well, the shades themselves. Here's some information saying that every remote comes pre-paired with your shades and has presets, upper and lower limits ready to use immediately. That is very convenient, so you don't have to do any setup after you install them. It's pretty much just plug and play. This is a pure blackout shade. The material is very nice. The black looks really good. I would recommend that color if you do want complete blackout shades, but other colors I'm sure will also be blackout. Because of the material, it doesn't let in any light. They all come with mounting brackets for the rails, and the valence is already pre-installed. And when you go on the actual website, you can choose your valence type, so they'll pre-install it for you. You don't have to worry about that. Now, the first thing I want to do here is I want to remove these old blinds. If you have some old blinds, you'll probably want to uninstall that first before actually continuing with the setup. Okay, so that was a pretty painless process. Now we're going to install the new shades. These brackets are pretty much identical to my old brackets, these spring-loaded brackets right here. So you're supposed to push them in and then kind of move them out and maneuver them. And when you do it once with a pair of shades, you'll be an expert at removing or installing all of the other shades. So it's super simple, but this is the bracket here. And it is spring loaded, as you can see, and it is identical. So I'm just going to install it in the same holes that my old shades came in. Obviously, if you're installing this for the very first time, the instruction manual is here. This is your friend. It's very simple and easily laid out here, and it shouldn't take you any more time than it has for me. And it's essentially just telling you the steps of drilling the holes. Because mine are pre-drilled, don't have to worry about that. And then once you measure, drill the holes, and install, you're pretty much good to go. With these shades, you can see here that there are two wires that appear. One is your Matter antenna. It'll have the Matter code on it so that you can easily add it to your smart home. And then this one, I believe, is for the RF remote, and these will just be tucked away under these shades. When you do get them installed, you can see that there is a USB-C port right there, and that's where your solar charging will go, or if you choose to have them plugged in, that's where the power will be. So here is where we are going to go ahead and install the new shades. You want to just ensure that everything is aligned. The same for the other one. We're also going to drill 2 more extra holes. So just keep in mind, because these shades, although they are light, you want to make sure that they're completely secured. You can see there's tracks along this area here, and you just got to put those clips right into that track. And here is the process where, now that we have them both installed, pretty much push it in. So we're going to clip both in, and it should just snap into place. So the dilemma I sort of caught myself in here in regards to the solar panel is, because this is so big, it's not going to fit across one or the other. Either pane, it's not going to fit. Now the other thing is, when I open the window, because it's on this side, I don't want it to snag and pull when I open the window. So my solution here, and I think what will be perfect, because it will still get enough sunlight, is to put the solar panel on the windowsill here and run the wire up. This is also good because your light blocker needs to be installed if you purchased one of those separately. And when you put the light blocker on, it's going to go over here. Another alternative is putting it up on the side here. If you don't have any light blockers, that is probably the best solution. And I do have light blockers, but I'm gonna see if maybe I can install the light blockers as well as this, just to see if that might work too. So a bit of an update here. I reached out to Kincmo and told them about this bigger solar panel that might not be able to fit my window. They were kind enough to send me a smaller version of the solar panel. and it's a lot better because it can fit on these smaller windows without having to overlap on the window pane itself. Now, the only difference with these smaller solar chargers is that it might take a little bit longer to charge your shades, but that's okay because it's continuously charging it. We're not really worried about how fast it charges, but how consistent it charges. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you are purchasing these shades online. Just make sure that you choose the smaller solar panel as an option when you're going through the checkout process. If you have a bigger window, then go ahead and buy the bigger solar panel. But this one is perfect because it fits right on the smaller window itself. I guess before we do anything, what I will do is I will install the solar panel so that we can get the shades going up and down just to make sure they're working fine. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in the solar panel into the shades, and I'll just put the shades down here, or the solar panel down on the sill actually, just for now. I'll let it charge up and see if we can get these moving. This is the remote. We're going to add our button cell battery into it, push this into the compartment. So you push that in there and you can see that it is powering up. So this is a magnetic cover on the back. Right now you can feel a little bit of a push from the magnets. So you know you're putting it on the wrong way. When you do that, it will just snap into place. This is to change the channel. And these two buttons here are to control the shades to go up and down. This is obviously on channel 3. So you can see that these shades are automatically going down and they are working as they should. But the limits need to be changed, obviously, because it is going further down. And you can also see that on the side here that there is light leaking through. So having the light blockers is what we're going to do next. We're going to install that. But I'm going to go ahead here. I am going to raise these shades. And you can see them going up. They're really fast. They are not that loud. And yeah, they're super fast. They're super quick. We just got to change the upper and the lower limits here. We'll do that next. So using the remote to set upper and lower limits is really easy. All you have to do, I want to set an upper limit here. So let's go ahead, and I've chosen that channel, which is number 3 for this blind. And I'm going to hold down these two buttons for 2 seconds to go into the settings to set the upper limit. Give you a long beep there. So that means you're in the settings to actually set the upper limit. I want to have the upper limit a little bit lower down. So I'm going to just step it down maybe 2 notches there, as you can see. And then now that I've set that upper limit, I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to press and hold down this for 3 seconds to set that. And you see that it went down once, twice, and then it beeped 3 times. That means your upper limit has been set. You do the exact same thing for the lower limit by pressing and holding down, setting that lower limit, and then pressing and holding down again to confirm those settings. So the blackout shades are great. You can see that they were able to block out a lot of light, but we do have that light leaking on the sides. So that's where these come into play. And these are really heavy duty. A lot of packaging, a lot of wrapping. It's never a bad thing. Just means that the company takes pride in making sure that this gets to you perfectly fine without any scratches or damage. This is the track that is going to be used at the bottom to be able to seal off that light. And you can see that there is a brush right across the bottom there. And then we also have our light blockers. We can see that there is these light blockers that have a brush all the way. It's a track that goes all the way here so that you can keep that light out. We're going to install these as well. So when installing these light blockers, what you want to do is you want to put the 3M on the back of each track here, and then you will put it right here flush against your blinds, and we're going to go ahead and just make sure that it's both aligned. You can use a pencil to make sure that it's straight as well too. Just make a mark there, and then you would mount it like that. You can either drill holes as well too within the tracks to mount them, but I don't want to put any holes in my window that I don't need to. I'm just going to use 3M tape. So I have some 3M tape here that I'm going to use on both tracks. I'm going to go ahead and stick it on the back here. I'm just going to make sure that it is aligned on that end, and then also on the mark that I made at the bottom here. That's perfect. And that track is in place. Same situation here. We're gonna just line it up in there. Make sure that it is flush against the top. Make my mark. And that looks good to me. And both of them are in the track as well. And so we will stick it on. And voila. Now let's try and close these shades and see how they look like with the light blockers on. Look at that. That is blacked out. So the one thing you want to keep in mind is when you're setting your upper and lower limits, you want to make sure that it is at least over here. You don't want it to go beyond this point, because then you'll start getting snags, it'll get caught up. Just make sure that the upper limit is not set beyond that track. So next step is that we're going to set this up in Apple Home using the Matter code. So the Matter code is actually here, or you will get them in your instructions as well too. Just that unique QR code that you should hang on to. Do not lose those. Keep that in a safe place, because whenever you need to add or re-add your shades, you will need that Matter code. We're going to go ahead and press this button for about 4 seconds, and you'll see that the blinds are moving and it beeps. And then next we're going to press it one more time to get it in pairing mode. So I'm going to go into Apple Home here. I'm going to go ahead and select Add Accessory. You can see that it is ready to scan that Matter code. I'm going to go ahead here and scan that, and it picked it up. It shows it as blinds. I'm going to add that to Home, and you can see it's connecting to those blinds right now. And just so you know, you need an Apple HomePod Mini or an Apple TV in order to connect any Matter devices to your home. If you don't have that, I would suggest going out and getting one of those. So let's see how well it works when we just click on close. Let's see if those blinds close for us. There you go. And it's very responsive as well too. So didn't take that long of a delay. And then we can also open it, but we can do it based on percentage too. So I'm just gonna open that up to like 47%. Let's see if that opens up for us. There we go. Or we can open it up all the way. And that is it. We have it in HomeKit. It's very responsive and super easy to use. You can also do this in Google Home with Amazon Alexa, any smart home ecosystem. That is the beauty of Matter. It is compatible across different ecosystems. You don't need a specific app. You don't need to download any apps. It's all within HomeKit, Google Home, or any of those ecosystems that you use. And that's really it. The Kincmo shades I've been using for about 3 months now, and they have been reliable, consistent, and I've been using them in Google Home as well as Apple HomeKit. They have not stuttered once, have not skipped a beat. I've been able to close them, open them in the morning. I've been able to create automated scenes for them, and they're just as reliable as my old Lutron shades. The great thing is that it's Matter based, so you don't need any extra hubs. If you have an Apple TV or a HomePod Mini, you already have a Matter hub. So there's nothing extra to buy when you want to bring this into your ecosystem. Don't forget, I have a discount code down in the description below, as well as some great prices on Amazon. So make sure you grab those. And until next time, my name is J.I. Thank you for watching, and thank you for kicking it with me.